All right. So, had a little bit of a special episode, I guess, maybe holiday, whatever you want to call it, for you yesterday. But today is Friday, which means today's our standard day, right? So, now we're back at it. And I want to ask you something, and it's this: how long are you willing to wait for something? Because patience is one of those things that we appreciate from others. We almost, in a lot of ways, we really expect from others. We're going to be one of those customers that gets on guest services at Target or whatever. We're going to expect people to deal with us patiently. But we almost never, ever extend to others that exact same courtesy. You click on an internet link that's supposed to take you out of Facebook or whatever. If it doesn't pop immediately, just forget it. Or an ad comes up 10 seconds in, forget it. I'm done. I don't even care. Where, dial-up, I remember dial-up, just, if a video is longer than 10 minutes, you're going to click out of it because you're going to get bored. And, we have zero tolerance for waiting anymore. McDonald's is going to bring the food out to you in a bag at your car, so you don't even have to go through the dang drive-thru that's got 2 whole lanes in it now to get people through faster. We are obsessed with hurry up. And there's nothing really more counterintuitive possibly than that as far as the Bible is concerned. Noah was 500 years old when his sons were born, and he was given the command to do the whole thing with the ark and everything. It was in his 600th year that the rain finally came. That's 100-year gap. Is there anybody in this world that would be willing to wait, put something on pause that they had been told by God would happen for 100 years? Anybody? Abraham had to wait 25 years for his son of promise to be born. Isaac had to work for 7 years just for a chance to marry Rachel, and then Jacob, and yet turns out he got swindled and he had to work a total of 14 years, 7 additional years, so that he could have the wife of his dreams. And yet, if the relationship isn't clicking, if she's not willing to give it to you on the second date or the third date or the first date, because some of y'all, then that's it. That's a deal breaker. Are you kidding me? David possibly had to wait 20 years, I believe it is, 25 years between the day he was told he would be king to the day when he actually does become king, from his anointing to his enthronement. And in between there, being chased through the wilderness by Saul, multiple threats on his life, tried to pin him to the wall with the spear. He dealt with serious opposition. The whole thing with Ziklag, he dealt with real opposition in the middle of that. It wasn't just he was counting this clover leaves or anything, or watching the grass grow in the meantime. So how long are you willing to wait for that opportunity to plant a church, for that woman, for that man to come along into your life, for you to get that job, that promotion, for your kids to grow up? How long are you willing to wait to face infertility, or to deal with a spouse who will not go to church with you? How long are you willing to wait? Because, quite honestly, that is how long, essentially, that you're willing That's the extent at which you have mastered your fleshly tendencies. Because no matter how long that is, 5 years, 10 years, 25 years, 5 minutes, at the end of that is where you will begin to attempt to take control over your own circumstances and warp everything to your control. That's what Abraham did. That's what, in a lot of ways, what Noah did after getting drunk and everything. That's what Moses did. That's that's the moment. So however long that you believe that is, however long that you're willing to actually wait, that is the extent at which you have currently subdued your fleshly tendencies. You can use that as a barometer, I guess you could say. Are you willing to go minutes, or are you willing to go millennia in order to have something? Or if God doesn't bring you that bride you've been looking for in your sophomore year of high school even, but in college, then are you going to start wearing shorter skirts or going to sleazy bars and stuff to try and just make something happen? Because that's when we begin to indulge the flesh, massage our pride, and make excuses for doing sinful and selfish things. So, just something to wrestle with, just a question to ask yourself, and then be honest with it about the answer. How long are you willing to wait? I don't know, you want to talk about it? Sure. Just leave a comment, send me a message. Share it with somebody you think that needs to be a little bit more patient or whatever in this holiday season, especially with it being Black Friday. People trampling each other to death in Walmart, whatever. Just, I think we all could use a little bit more of a gut check on this.